What happens when one of the most dominant teams in Formula One history finds itself imploding under internal pressure? Sergio Perez's dramatic departure from Red Bull and Max Verstappen's polarizing role in the chaos have left fans and analysts stunned. Buckle up as we dive into the explosive drama that's reshaping the F1 paddock. Red Bull Racing, a name synonymous with dominance, innovation, and excellence in Formula One. For over a decade, they've been at the pinnacle of motorsport, crafting a legacy built on the brilliance of drivers like Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. In recent years, their rise has been nothing short of meteoric, with Verstappen spearheading their dominance, winning consecutive world championships with ease. Meanwhile, Sergio Checo Perez played the loyal teammate. Known as the Minister of Defense for his incredible ability to fend off competitors, Perez was pivotal in securing critical points that helped Red Bull dominate the Constructors' Championship. Though never a consistent challenger to Verstappen's throne, Perez embraced his role as a team player. The 2024 season began much like the previous ones. Red Bull, with its cutting-edge RB20 chassis and unparalleled race strategy, was expected to obliterate the competition. Perez started strong, standing on the podium in the early races, and fans speculated that he might finally pose a legitimate challenge to Verstappen. The ordinary world of Red Bull Racing seemed untouchable, a well-oiled machine poised for yet another dominant season. But beneath the surface, tensions were brewing. For Red Bull fans, 2024 seemed like it would be another year of effortless glory. Verstappen, untouchable on the track, was expected to break even more records, while Perez's steady performances early on provided hope of a 1-2 dominance. Yet, as the season unfolded, this dream began to crumble, giving way to a nightmare of frustration, controversy, and broken promises. The first signs of trouble emerged mid-season. Perez's form began to dip. While Verstappen continued his relentless march to victory, Perez struggled to keep pace. A string of underwhelming performances turned into a full-blown slump. In 18 consecutive races, Perez failed to secure a top 5 finish, a shocking statistic for a driver in a championship-winning car. Whispers of dissatisfaction began to circulate within the paddock. Was it just a dip in form, or was something deeper at play? F1 insiders noted that Red Bull's team dynamics seemed increasingly skewed toward Verstappen. With the tragic passing of Red Bull owner Dietrich Mateschitz, the team's internal balance appeared to falter. Power struggles within the upper management only exacerbated the growing tensions. Perez, who had been instrumental in Red Bull's success, found himself sidelined. Reports suggested that his feedback during development meetings was often ignored. The car's setup was increasingly tailored to Verstappen's driving style, leaving Perez to adapt as best he could. The frustration began to show on track, with uncharacteristic mistakes and radio outbursts that hinted at his growing discontent. The turning point came during the Japanese Grand Prix. A heated exchange over team orders highlighted the growing rift between Perez and Red Bull. Perez, who had always been a team player, was now openly questioning the decisions coming from the pit wall. For the first time, the cracks in Red Bull's once unbreakable facade were visible for all to see. As the paddock buzzed with speculation, journalists pressed Red Bull team principal Christian Horner for answers. Horner's responses, carefully worded to deflect criticism, did little to quell the rumours. "We support both our drivers equally," he insisted, though few believed him. Insiders hinted that Verstappen's growing influence within the team had left little room for Perez to thrive. December 18, 2024. The announcement rocked the F1 world. Sergio Perez and Red Bull Racing were parting ways. The official statement described the decision as mutual, but few believed it. Behind the carefully crafted words lay a story of betrayal, frustration, and broken promises. Perez's departure wasn't just a professional setback, it was deeply personal. He had joined Red Bull in 2021 with dreams of fighting for championships. Instead, he became a pawn in a team that revolved around Verstappen. In the wake of the announcement, sources close to Perez revealed his fury at how the situation had been handled. "He gave everything to that team," one insider claimed. But loyalty only goes so far when you're constantly overlooked. The drama didn't stop there. Former F1 team owner Eddie Jordan added fuel to the fire, claiming that Verstappen had played a key role in Perez's struggles. According to Jordan, Verstappen had pressured team principal Christian Horner to retain Perez rather than pursue other options like Carlos Sainz, only to later distance himself when Perez's performance faltered. It was a classic case of politics in the paddock, and Perez was the casualty. Adding to the intrigue was Verstappen's social media post following Perez's exit. "It's been an absolute pleasure driving alongside you," Verstappen wrote. "We've had some amazing moments together that I'll always remember. Thank you, Checo." While some fans interpreted the message as genuine, others saw it as hypocritical. A calculated move to maintain Verstappen's public image. Perez, however, didn't hold back. In his farewell press conference, he took a subtle jab at Red Bull, stating, "Sometimes, the best team on paper isn't the best team for you." It was a pointed remark that left no doubt about his feelings. Perez's frustrations extended beyond his personal experiences. He voiced concerns about the team's overall direction, criticizing their growing reliance on a single driver. "A championship team needs more than one hero," he remarked, a statement that resonated with fans who felt Red Bull's dominance had become too Verstappen-centric. With Perez out, attention turned to his replacement. The leading candidate? Liam Lawson, a rising star from Red Bull's junior team. Lawson's impressive performances with VCarb, formerly AlphaTauri, had earned him a reputation as a dependable, adaptable driver. Exactly what Red Bull needed to restore harmony. For Perez, the departure marked the beginning of a new chapter. Though devastated, he was already looking ahead. Rumours linked him to Audi's ambitious 2026 F1 project, where his experience could prove invaluable. Other reports suggested a potential return to Aston Martin, a team on the rise with a growing reputation for nurturing talent. Red Bull, meanwhile, faced an uncertain future. Despite Verstappen's brilliance, their reliance on a single driver had exposed glaring vulnerabilities. Their third-place finish in the Constructors' Championship, unthinkable just a year earlier, underscored the cost of sidelining Perez's development needs. Critics were quick to point out the irony. A team built on innovation and teamwork had succumbed to internal politics and favouritism. For Red Bull, the 2025 season would be a test not just of their technical prowess, but of their ability to rebuild trust and unity. Fans, meanwhile, speculated on the future dynamics between Verstappen and his new teammate. Would Lawson be another loyal wingman? Or could he rise to challenge Verstappen's supremacy? The prospect of a fresh rivalry within Red Bull added another layer of intrigue to an already dramatic storyline. As the dust settles, the saga of Red Bull and Sergio Perez serves as a cautionary tale. Even the mightiest teams are not immune to the pitfalls of ego and mismanagement. For Perez, it's a bittersweet end to a chapter filled with triumphs and trials. For Verstappen, it's a reminder that dominance on the track must be matched by humility off it. For Formula One fans, the drama has been a stark reminder of why they love the sport. Beyond the speed, the strategy, and the spectacle, F1 is a human story, one of ambition, rivalry, and resilience. Perez's departure from Red Bull will be remembered not just as a turning point for the team, but as a moment that encapsulated the highs and lows of life in the fast lane. The lessons from this saga are clear. No team is invincible, and no relationship, no matter how strong, is immune to strain. As Red Bull heads into the 2025 season, they face a critical juncture. Will they learn from the mistakes of 2024, or will history repeat itself? And as the 2025 season looms, one thing is clear: the story of Red Bull racing is far from over. The next chapter promises to be just as thrilling, with new alliances, fresh rivalries, and the ever-present quest for glory on the world's greatest stage.